ane Sumaila Jammeh into le bulata almamo la moto kono. So we head towards Kato. Actually, lafta fendula mar intafana mo mission moleti manke nyinti, but yalon walata inko ko ku jamal bejel insecurity ha ka ke misil moti a bete yata ka sali a bete yata bari molu ni e kumo fo doro ika kumo nyin tale ya upside down. So lafta men fola janko Kato ata ko NIA je fango ye wo sentry mano overcome men katanum gayol natale they appear as gal ko they appear like people who were coming to fajari salo because misiro benu jel jakko benu jel walarina ka misiro ke in the military barracks or ka sali dula ke in the military barracks among jawya but it's in security wise it's not ideal because wala tina gawol duntano for sentry mano bung akungot go kabinto further that the sentry mano was conscious and he was able to explain to us how the whole situation happens. The sentry man of Fango, Ako Gaul Natalie, they appear like people who were going to the mosque. They were dressed not even in normal attire, they were dressing like Imam and Dondi Kabal. They were acting like they went to the, Puri Latatala, Salola. So this was how they overcoming. Yeah, Bung Akumot. Okay. In Tol Botan and Koba Banjul, we came through not for Karong, Gunjur, but into the ambulance or Mitali in Gunjur. But into American ambulance owning. Maybe akamole transfer kasama maybe Banjul Lopitan or maybe Askano Musukono Mati or stuff like that. So all are into we are even concentrating on the ambulance. But covering for the carton and along when you bought a carton, then we turn back. More dog and before the Gunju Dorong, it'll California ko ambulance or it'll ambulance or ta. Then Almamo Mane I Yundum Kumandi because Yundum they were having a patrol team, Menyanta Bolanum Yundum. I think the patrol team came through Birkama Kanani Jalambala Kata Tambi Jamanjela or Yosilo Kanje. So Almamo Mane informed. Then the couple in charge of that patrol was Umar Kebe. In fact, another far found like 1 month ago, Abanta, he was not feeling good, another far. But actually he was the man in charge of that patrol team. So they were informed that ambulance on Menkanato was Birkama, Jalamba. Rebel, Molumeye Karton attack, because by then it's all Malo and Jumare Karton attack. All we know is that it was attack, and the people who attacked the barracks were been ambulance. So we get them information the ambulance warning, it all lebeje. So unfortunately, guy will meet immediately need to meet the Jalambala, between Jalambang and Jammanjeli, area they meet in that place there, and they, and Paro Timon engage. So that's how they end up having exchange of fire, Wolbata ambulance or Koro. Bota dunta wulokon. So into fana Mbota Gunjur, we came through the back way kanani Jammanjeli. So we into the further can attack when you carry diamond while they're already in the bush. So into Bele dunta wulokon katake yini. So we are able to capture Lieutenant Ba because Yabung asingo kane, so he was bleeding. So because of blood menka funti ala singo kan amanta aman jamfano. So ngamuta. But kabringa la suriyesano assess rather. I realized go aka believe nyaming ni moluman believe in stop abe fala. And we needed to get some information from him. So what we did was first aid apply on his leg. Puru yellow nying stop. So ngala Simo City up and down. Puru yellow nying kana afun. So this was how Lieutenant Ba was arrested. They hand him over to the NIA for interrogation. And LF Jammeh people are Jakal Wolu Borta Idunta, they go towards Casa, Lamin Jaj, they run towards Casamat. So it was later, they were captured in Casamas, at the border there, Yemuru in the back, but Iman Jakal Imamutan, he escaped. So LF Jammeh, Nin Lamin Jaju, Wole Murin back to Banju. So Kabriye Samba at the courts. The court was the one who convicted LF Jammeh, Lamin Jaju, and Ba, to death. So that was not Yaya Jammeh. But B, Molka Sileka Yaya Jammeh blamed for the death of those 9 inmates because those 3 people were part of the 9 inmates, Yemelufa. But those, they were convicted by the court. And it was a Yemolebung, and I understand that was sent man from Natafale. So it was a Yemolefa. So the court was the one who convicted these people to death. So it have nothing to do with President Jammeh, have nothing to do with any other person. They went through the legal process and they were convicted. So Jammeh, as the head of the country, he have the right to enforce the laws of the country because constitution Jammeh madara. Imam constitution of the Kanila, that is the constitution of the country. So if the constitution, condemn you to death, and it's the government duty to enforce that the constitution is followed to the letter. So NIA fa woka. Can you tell me Jammeh le wolfa for Luale wolfa?
Luale fa.
Okay, so Niru Nyanta Nina le ka foko Jammeh is part of ye night in mesol memfa. Because hani na you Senegal muso ni men dabe wo night in meso kon. Ate ala kema fanya dili. Ama tulo le kanida bonga kungo.
Tonyala wala ke.
Tulo ni duta ala kema ala kungo ala Brian Betia. Not because of nothing, just kafoko maybe he's married to a second wife. And the wofango among second wife fango futununde. Way me fanunko that I brought you a second wife. Well, my motto le sangai. Ati man will understand. So this kind of stupid jealous Latina ala kema fa. Luale a convict. Luale a fa. So tell me, where does Jammeh have hand in the killing of these people?
No, ala hantije.
Because Yaya may bunkido. Yaya is a luato. So Kafoko Yaya le Wolfa war is misleading. Because anything that was wrong yesterday is wrong today. Just for the fact that Kajeko Jammeh is convicted and you want to take, like you want to take the right and you give him the wrong. Things doesn't work like that. So let the Gambian Legelo understand. This was the point I was saying. So Karo Atako Nata Atata, we tell them. Wolfang into me for Ulo Conad because into say fan, but we didn't kill them in the bush. We hand them over to the right authorities. So Karo Atako Nata Taranila Dangot. But Gambia, they are taking that Karo Ataka, turn around Kafoko, Jammeh was the one who killed those people. Jammeh man bulo ala bulo man sotoro. I don't need but I would like to talk into a little bit about Ghanaian or Memphis because Jafana need to people need to clear that seat. That that need to be clear.
Okay, Mr. Pate. Bella fla jandi bitala Ghanaian ol tato how they were killed. After fonko carton attack. SIS. Mimbe to wotumono NIA mulbi la reporto yamre they were not misleading the government. Aketa nyadi yamre ima a reporto min di. Yamela a reporto nyin tada ku ane binga lafa kamin famulen ko wotumono jamela wato kono. Kafuko mol felebe coup d'etat kala mol felebe nyigi yamre sometimes NIA report buka ibuka ya jamen nene based on they are reason for NIA fanambu
Well, I was heading to that point because you see that guy well can that can vindicate Yaya Jammeh Molsa Lonko. The reason why some of the innocent people who lose their life, how they lose their life. Well, I'm mentioning the guy Niano Lafa because that is a very good example.
Okay, carry on.
So this is what happened because NIL. Most of the people in Malonko, they are victims of circumstances in Gambia. It's because of the false report Nilukame submitted to the authority. Because NIA, they have never submitted any tangible any tangible report. Most of the report they submit is to undermine somebody. Kairi Koteng, Kairi left in Lekela, Kairi in Leke, Kairi in Leke. But there was no intelligent gathering in the NIA. Because Ghana, what happened was this. How the Itefang will be if you are a head of state? You get a report call. People it alone. Do you know how many coups Yaya Jammeh survived?
It's too much.
Too much. So and he was a president. So if you come and tell the president to anyway, rebel over Duncan Ila Banko Kane, and then guy Alfango Dunaje, because there were a lot of things that happened in the middle there. Parafenya Atakolu, coup d'etat, Jana November 11, that there were a lot of military coups they happened in the country. And there are a lot of people outside of the country who were going against Yaya Jammeh. So what happened to these Ghanaians, these Ghanaians were victims of circumstances. What happened was that the report came to the State House that there are rebels who are entering the country. Morike, Hani Italim. If Hani, I'm not even talking about Yaya Jammeh. That can be any president. Hani Adam Abaro Fongo Presel, if people tell him a report that there are rebels entering the country, what do you expect him to do? He's able to defend himself. Absolutely. So this was what happened. Ghanaian, yes, the NIA reported that, they were rebels entering the country. And the military went to confront them. And this is how these people end up losing their life. But molu nyanta me understand. Ni Ghana ya lonunko. Yaya Jammeh was wrong. Why do they take compensation from Yaya Jammeh's government? Because those people who were dead, it was something that was already compensated. Jani fango nyinti RC nyim, abesedonla. Because the Guardian came to realize that it was a false, intelligence report. That's what killed their citizens. And they accepted that. And they were willing to take compensation from the government. And President Jammeh government paid their families. So that case was done and dead.
Mr. Pada.
So kabe nyinti RC batterol natale, ika Ghanaian kumo fangoma. But Ghanaian government already accepted that these people were victims of circumstances. But it was not the intention of Jammeh's government to kill them. You understand?
Mr. Pade.
So this thing was already killed. So most of the people, all this problem make happen, it was misleading intelligence report, well like a molu doing problem or kono. But the molu buka wofo. And the TRC, they didn't explain some of the stupid things they were writing. All this coup d'etat or Molmen Fata, it was then the NIA Melaka war report on National State House. Yaya Jammeh was not in the field. President Jammeh don't go in the field and try to gather information. President Jammeh have people who gather information and will like information report. But if you come and you tell a president somebody is coming to overthrow you, what do you expect to happen? You are the one who killed anybody who loses life there. It's your responsibility, not the president's responsibility. What is a universal law? Nobody can change that. So yeah, most of the molumen hani Americano lumen fatanu those two people coming from the bottom jana samba jana nothing people like artery calling you coming for a memfa well it was all for because artery calling for the fact that they they wrote a report. He was the one who is the informant out there. He's the one giving them information. So even in any military setup, if you are a bit hani America young, you are working for the system and you are trained the system. So inte mom understand no more when all these things happen. And they all come to the TRC. Hani Moma Nyinfango mentioned that the guidance government already accepted compensation for the death of their citizens because it was a misunderstanding of intelligence report. So Biu, Mune Ya Jammeh Dundi Wotema, why should Ya Jammeh be part of that? So Lan Inkweko TRC ya compromise from Jani Abe Statler. It was compromised before it even started. So that's why I wanted to touch on this basis so that I understand the reason why some of the people Melkafan in Gambia is because of intelligence report or Molkameng Sotonu, they are not accurate. They were undermining the government. Because there are a lot of wolf in the zip cloth in Jammeh's government. So I covering a card or narrate, I make a mistake mandula do for not a different because but the following day that evening, the NIL they came up with the report Foko LF Jameko Yekido Lemabo Gunjur Gadinot. So it will damn among Hanyunka Wolu Escoje because people were saying Foko ha LF Jammeh ni aya bula asisoka aka disappear. Me alon ko wuli yalen fango because ma konye ko intol be bota sida nunkula maketonya. Intol lenga Wolu escort to the bush. We take them to the garden. Now Gunjur Garden or Bele Yaye, Inte, Daba Marena, the former NIA director, Ngamo Yafaran Fatale, Daba Marena, Almamo Mane, Musa Jammeh, Sumaila Jammeh, Bajere Mane, into Lenga Nilu Escoke Samba Garden. Now Gunjur Garden or Bele Yaye, it'll call ye Kidol Mabo, Colonel Econ. Now, Colonel Beju, the war garden of Colonel, there was no weapon, war colonel, there was no ammunition in the Gunjur Garden. The only reason why that they were saying this, because they were thinking that maybe in the Gunjur Garden, they will have people to support them. Maybe a plan so don't escape. But in Tolanga, Samba Janyam, Hania Tramonaka, they cannot escape because yellow single chain, yellow bull chain. There was no way that they can escape. And ye city motor level. So how they were going to escape? Anyway. But into Mankido Taraji. So just to make that point clear, because I mentioned it, but man, so just to Puka Wodula and Senayan. So that was a lie, that was a false report. There were no weapon at the Gunjur Gadi. Woman Ketonyat. So but just to come back to what we were discussing, most of the people who end up being victim of circumstances is because of false intelligence report. Whether they were undermining Jammeh and his government or they were doing it because of personal grudges, it only went on. But I can tell you from experience, NIA never correct report to the, State House. Because all this fake coup d'etat, most of them, it will like a provide. Just you see somebody or maybe you just don't want Jammeh to succeed, the Isinasa for Batunga doing under the boss, and at the end of the day, so the people who are working in the system before, that will be held responsible, but not Jammeh. How many to do with Jammeh? Not. No. I don't know if that my point is very clear.
Yes.
Level, or you want me to elaborate on anything else?
Mr. Pade?
Yeah.
A clear battle yemin fo a carton attack yemin be fo jang nga be kala mutala be betiata a niaji ngi nyini ka NIA la karola because ndefana kabringa na investigation o ke nada mune kala muta ngaje ko ya Jammeh former president ala wato kan ku jamal keda gambe banko kanjang NIL buka to nyafo mimbe sabatri buko ke ini fansun kibaro le kana e kadi president Jammeh wala e ke dammo le dundi andu mansa ke na ko telbe kala na kiskisro ko to miyalon ko kungola dia ngani am ko national intelligence agents muliyalon ko banko la kono ko ani banko la miyalon ko aka betia ani nata londo la karola wolle baadi la mansala andun lata ko somanda e nyanta ka reporto sambal kari president Jammeh la nyine be keke la banko kan nyine bita kam bari kam understand ifana e fansun ko la soto ko mi yalon ko fo nyo bandi ko le ba kono fo ka president bank babil mansala mansayale tinya bari ngami understand min keta babil mansala ko beto NIA have to contribute 80% about it because ni TRRC jibe mi be ka foje ni keta moti mi fahamta ya kiskis ibal nako NIA dabe nyim bulo kanne fengo fembe ke kan jang idalle bije buka fendi mi yalan ko aseniata because ni TRRC mol jibe ni natana mol ka kumo mulfo bi nin kuma kilmo kaje mo sabaka ku kilingo e kaje mo saba be kam fo abe ka fata mune wono albeden da ko minna kete nyawnya alla sataro nyanda kilinal bari kaje albeden da ko minna momo na to ka fon sun tala sana o de samta ko nyo bayndo ba ko konole ni nata woto mo NIA la ko kono ila fa babil mansale nondi la ko ila ta kam min kentela miral nya ngaje ko ku jama kete jang ni NIA ni wolle ni problem o be create gambe jang
network abese kanena your network is going in and out. I don't know.
Sa ikam moyle
the
ba
connection is going.
Sa ikam moyle ikam moyle sa hello
Ile network was going in and out.
Sa ikam moy bakela ba yo good no même fokan non pour ko mo sene wala ko nyimul be kada je kanyum fara kol min fo babil man say minke ani nyimmo mutol ani nyimmo lipol abe NIA le ko fo mim man soto e ko le samba president Jammeh time mina bije ka dial office ko ka fay ko kariye nyini ne ka asono wala kariye nyini ne ka abay e buka ku fo miyalon ko asotota natara sidula ko na chemelon tan seni lulo be buka correct e kamindi babil man sala.
No more you can say it again. Inka wale for it. Wala nga gari yalo la case brought up. Because President Jammeh labangola inka men for the drone. NIA those people, wolu in everybody was trying to look for the It's not yalo nika banko samba, ika banko samba nintoya lela. You don't have to do what people want you to do. You have to do what is good for the country. So basically NIA problem jama men kita in Gambia. NIA are the people behind it because in any report can do demola. Whatever report they give was a false report. Most of the reports are inaccurate. Hani tonya abeje fa ibaje like 1% level kala tonya ni membe tu daje ya be fabricated. This was what was happening to President Jammeh. And and don't forget that Anata own biting of Pan was as the head of the NIA, and that was even the worst. That was the worst move I mentioned. Amanyana or Kelano. Because those people who are so selfish, they are always after their own personal interests. Not what, not because of President Jammeh. In fact, learning about President Jammeh is Jammeh when President Jammeh came to power. But before that, they don't care. So that you can say, you are definitely right. False report or Latina Mojama and been victim in the Gambia. Definitely.
Mr. Pate.
Yeah.
Yo nimbota wo fanala yemin fo mbella fila 30 December yekumo fo moli 30 December kabring abe dadala wala kabri ba tabikan fo ibota kalamale wala fo inene ko ele ko ambe nyin ko dole dila pour ita fane dakije pour president Jammeh mimbe sirim pour sala mansakunda bonde illegal nyamo illegal min ni silo manta pour ka bondi katani ka kinolta gonsan ammunition pour kala mansakunda bondi yo kabrabe tabi kan fo fana ye kala mutandi la fo ima kala muta andi lafta ye fem fonyato wakata nyaadi le fo bi natalon ko tete December nyini nyina finde daje ko wolta ta nyaadi le.
Well, I just want to make this point clear here. The December 30th attack, I was really preview to it. I know something about it. Okay. Because actually, I just want to make this point very clear. Yalong coup d'etat in any form. Because Kafogo, okay, Molia Kyo Secretary President Jammeh Bondi was wrong before. But then when the system changed, they want to make it right. My brother, whatever was wrong yesterday is wrong today. I take no like the same. Yes, December 30th I am very well aware of it because Kabriye Kumoni Fanyi Intangamari Ninkako Adol, how many people are involved in this? I know Mame Fanyi. I make it very clear to him, you people are on a suicide mission. Because the number I am Fanyi to go and attack a presidential palace with that number, definitely you are committing suicide. Akonyoko no, they have support among President Jammeh's guards or Fango. I tell you well, there are people in President Jammeh's guards who are definitely supporting them. But how you gonna know that? Because it could have a monkey fenti is not a child play. Maybe those people will tell you, okay, ni al nata, but at the end of the day, they will be the same people who will even turn around against you. And I think that's what happened. It's true, they are talking to most of those people who are around President Jammeh. That one is obvious. But as an individual, they confront me on this. And their initial payment coming from Moeko will give for $5,000 US. If you think you $5,000 US worth somebody put a kilo sikakata, you're gonna go, overthrow an elected government. That was making no sense. So we'll fund that. And even after the evening, one of them who was part of that military that operation, I am commanding I left in Bukole Safela, and he need my input. He want me to help him with some information, and I refuse. No. I will not give any information regarding anything I know. But yeah, there are people who contacted me here. They want to write a book about it, and they needed my output. I never give voluntary information to nobody out there about these things. Wallahi, I did not. But yes, I was preview about it. But as I said, I rejected whatever I was offered. I was not interested. I was not part of it. I don't want to be part of it because I knew these people were going on a suicide mission. And this is how it felt. I felt all the time. They came and attacked. They trust me. Most of the it was only one young boy, one fuller boy who was in the tower. Well, be far. Actually, be far. Imam Fango, there was not a whole lot of operation. It was just a single guy who was on top of the tower. But they were having the hope that the people around President Jammeh will help them. That this was exactly what they were thinking. Because I asked this question, and they told me that they are communicating with, the bodyguards of Jammeh who are willing to help. But in military operation, that was stupid. You cannot sit in America, the people around Jammeh were going to help you. That was not going to happen. It was a suicide mission. It was. So December attack when Intenganyile Kalamoto. But then I failed to realize that when they came back to the Gambia Fund and they were celebrating them. These people are heroes. It was you are a hero to pick up arms against the elected government. But then, today, war is wrong too. And in Jammeh's time it was right. But today is NIA work is wrong. So where is the justice? Justice is in the middle.
Mr. Pate?
So this is
Okay, Mr. Pate?
Yeah.
Niaje nge fo December attack ye fello lonjele niaje nga fo ye kodo dila bar wasani ata kom ilafte ofala $30,000 US if I am right.
No, not 30,000. Initial payment, they will tell you they'll give you 5,000.
Okay, 5,000. Okay, sign.
Yeah, and they will tell you when we succeed, like if they succeed, then you will get rest of your pay.
Okay, Jason Yatale. Okay, Jason ngana fanna duma. Okay, tatiye December attack nying kabrabe kala imam moto fo e mulu dabi je kari nin kari imol foyde imal listi bonde ka tandila.
No, a man list of when because how many people are involved. Apart from the small circle long, people like landing sign people like Cherno Janyolu, Alaji Jajanyas and some of those boys. But the people behind the thing, it's also the people behind it, the people who are supporting them are in President Jammeh's bodyguards. It's only a word from. But they didn't give me any name who is supporting them. But in fact, one of them even told me that he satellite telephone of Angotale, Key Gambia, one of Jammeh's bodyguard. And I think he's now the commander of the Bassa military barracks. It only a word for him. By then, that guy was a PPO to President Jammeh. They gave him a cell phone. But can you when you amalan cell phone when you was satellite, whatever Jammeh be diamond to Garo Carlon, and the cell phone be atele bulun. And he was President Jammeh's bodyguard.
Mr. Pate
Igamwen.
mbe moy kam bakele okay nimboda wodlato comme because nga kono wosino wotumono freedom newspaper min keta pander mbayti almane marka fakara wotumono akala radio ta kaje gambela ko noma aka bulano ma bakele bari fo afana manke moti mi yalan ko adabe nyin kono aka mol call president of the state house pander mbay ma daki je banka mo call momul yalan ko ifara mansa ya bata gambia jang state house mi yalan ko taymonu sol badi nyollebe commanda yale je ani modantal ngamil long
in Pandering we used to talk a lot. I don't know if you can remember. I am the last person in Pandering I interviewed Danny Alaba Banjala in Dunia. You understand? Intending back at Diawol. Pandering Abuka information of Fango Soton directly from but there was a third party involved. Meaning Jammeh Soran Kadiam Walek information of Dino Pandering, and he was Jammeh's family. I'm not going to mention his name, but he was one time ago Jammeh's protocol officer. Ala family ala protocol officer lemo when family nyile kadi amuje he talked to the family he tiamu to some of those soldiers because he was having that relationship with them then he will take the information and give it to Pande so call ben wala nyam ni atare na kumo lamo ku ke nyanta lonna lembe men I'm not going to mention his name but he was a protocol family
Mr. Ba ngalon ne ibe minna miyalon ko anim pander mbay ka diam akadi ko la ngalon ne maybe security reason e malla fika mari tofo bari through the revelation ibe ko ngalon ne ko security reasons e malla fika mari tofo bari tol fanan investigation ngalon ne ibe minna mandin kol ko kumoniya bal ni sirungola katami yata fongo ka lonne
that's right
ngalon ne miyo ke andu ngalon ne lafa kamilo tatiya December ngalon ko niaje ko December fon atako lafa kala babili mansala family